We're nearly at the end with the welding and fabrication on this Mk1 Caddy. Time is running out. I originally said I was going to paint this myself, but with this small, dusty workshop and limited equipment, it's just not going to do this Caddy any justice. So, it's going to the body shop. At the point of filming this, I've got 18 days to finish a whole list of jobs on this Mk1 Caddy. Time is running out, so let's get into it. First job we're going to do is get the roll pan fitted. In order to do this, I need to fit up the light pods and the tailgate. The only problem is, when I first got the Caddy, none of this lined up very well and the gaps were pretty hideous. So, a little bit of adjustment here and there. I'm on and off with the pods a few times. Bit of adjustment to the back panel by attacking it with a hammer. And then I'm just cutting away a bit of the excess metal. Back on with the pod to check alignment again. Another little bit of persuasion with the hammer. Check again. And I think we're somewhere good. So now I can fix this one in place, call that one a day, and move on to the other side. Again, on this side, it's the same process. A little bit of adjustment here and there till I'm happy, and then get it fixed in place. Right, that took a little bit of hammer work and messing around, but we got that lining up pretty good. It's a little bit out down the bottom, but better than it was. This side, I mean, you can see those profiles aren't brilliant, but that is how it was. And then it's a little bit out there. There was a massive gap here originally, so I've managed to close that up a bit. So let's get the old tailgate on and see how that's lining up. Been a long time since this has been on it. It's actually not too bad. It's actually better than when I first got the Caddy due to me lining these up. So let's have a look. So there it is, one tailgate. And the gaps, it's a little bit wider at the bottom. It's not terrible. And that one, again, maybe a tiny bit tighter at the top. But yeah, it's in. We can now have a look at this roll pan. But yeah, there is a ton of prep to do on that. My body shop guy is not going to be happy. So I'll start just by offering the roll pan up. I use a couple of clamps just to keep that in place. So I'm looking at the gap along the bottom edge of the tailgate here and along the light pods. So I can just mess around now that's clamped in place, up and down, left and right, get it marked out where I want it, and then we can get over to the pillar drill and start drilling out the holes for the plug welds. After this, just go over them with the grinder just to get off the burr, and then I can clamp that back in place. Back on with the tailgate, just to check fitment again, make sure we're still all looking good along there, little bit of adjustment here and there, and then I can start welding. So one at either end, just to hold it in place, and then I've got 4 plug welds either side. After this, a little seam weld along that edge there, and another seam weld there, and that is the roll pan in. A little clean up with the grinder, just to knock back those welds, and a bit of weld-free primer. Roll pan is all done. Looking pretty sweet. We've got a nice gap there along the tailgate. Nice gaps up there. Over to the other side. Nice gaps down there. So the next job we're going to do is the stone chip underneath. Once that's done, we can get the axle back on and drop this back on its wheels. So what I'm going to be using is the Raptor bed liner. So not sponsored or anything like that, but I use this on the underside of the E21 and it's really good stuff. I'm not tinting it, we're just going black. So let's not waste any more time. Jump under there and get this on. That's the first coat on. It's very dark under here now, but that's looking pretty good. So that's just about flashed off. So we'll now hit that with a second coat. I probably won't film this one because it's so dark under there now that that's painted. You're not really going to be able to see what I'm doing. I'll show you the results in a minute. A couple of days has passed since I've done the Raptor, but that is all dry now. Let's have a look. Wheel arch is all looking good. Pretty happy with that. You can still see a bit of the seam weld there, but I'm not too worried about that. Once the wheel's on and that, I think that looks pretty good, to be fair. And then underneath, oh, looking brand new, really. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. So that's 2 coats on everything. If anyone restoring a Caddy is wondering how many bottles it took to do that, so that was a 4-bottle kit, which done 2 coats on the underside of the bed and both arches. And to be fair, the second coat was pretty thick, as I wanted to, you know, make sure that was fully protected. Next job is going to be fitting the rear beam. So before I can do that, I want to get my new poly bushes in. I'm going to attack these ones first. I'm pretty sure when I took this out they were seized, but let's have a go. I've left them soaking in penetrating oil, so we'll see what happens. Ah yeah, it's coming off. With my cheap Chinesium press kit, I'm going to try and press this out. If it doesn't work, I'll just end up burning it out. Oh. Well, the metal liner just popped out straight away. So that's just bending my bar. Right, let's give that a try. One bush out. Lovely old job. That's the first 2 done. So I've got nice new nuts and washers on there. I did buy a complete kit, but it turns out it's not a complete kit. So I'm using new where I can. We'll go from there. The next is these 2, either side. So these were really bad, these ones. So what I'm gonna do, because I can't quite get the cup over that, I'm gonna get the grinder out, whip the ends off that, and then I should be good to press that out. All 4 bushes are in. That weren't too bad to do, really. So there is our nice shiny new poly bushes, which are there and there. The 2 that go in the leaf spring mounts, well, you can't see them because of the Raptor, it's so dark, they are in. And that is what we're left with what came out. So now we'll crack on and get this rear axle fitted up, get this back on its wheels. Let's do it. Come on. Oh my God, it's heavy. Right, this is all a bit sketchy. I've got to get the truck lower so I can get my rear leaf spring mounts on. So I'm just adjusting the axle stands, adjusting the jack, trying to be as safe as I can. Now I'll try and jack the beam up, see if I can get these mounts high enough. Oh, it's close. We're nearly there. We've got the bolt in both sides, so we can now stick our new nut and washer on there. I think I'll just do everything loosely and then nip it up once it's on the ground. If that's the way to do it, I don't know, but on other stuff I've worked on, like with arms and that, you do it loosely and then nip them up on the ground. Right, shocks are going in. We're all mounted up, shocks are back on. I've actually connected the handbrake cables as well, so let's get this back on its wheels. Yeah, boy, Caddy is back on its wheels. That has been a while. I think I've said it before, but you forget how low this little truck is. It's it's good to see it back on its wheels. So I'll tighten those bolts up and we'll move on to something else. Next job, we've got some sorting out to do on this tailgate. So we've got all these little holes everywhere. I don't know what they're from, but there's quite a few of them. So I want to get them welded up. And on that bottom edge there, we've got a little bit of welding to do there. And while we're here, we'll sort out this handle. It doesn't work great. I've actually taken the latch out of one side because I couldn't get it open again. I literally had to pry it open with a screwdriver. So we'll get that handle sorted, get that opening and closing properly. So I think we'll start with the worst job first. So it's all this, obviously you've got all those holes there, and then this kind of bottom lip is all kind of rotted out. So I think we'll get the paint off of that and have a look at that first. I have just spotted a little bit here around that hinge, just needs welded up. And then obviously, like I said before, all these holes to do, which shouldn't be too bad. Obviously knock it back with a hammer to flatten it out and put a bit of weld on it. So this wasn't too bad to do. First I go along with a finger sander to remove the paint. Then I can mark that out where I want to cut. I'm just using the combination of the air hacksaw for the tight spaces and then the angle grinder for the long cuts. It's a little bit awkward in some places, but eventually I got the piece out. After this is cut out, I'm just hammering dolly in that outer edge just to straighten that up a bit, because this tailgate is so badly dented. Then I can clean up all the paint ready for welding. I cut out my new piece, mark it out, and then put this in the metal bender. Fold it up at 90 and we're good to go. While the primer's drying on that, I'm just attacking some of the holes in the tailgate. Like I said, I don't know what these are for, but there's a lot of them and they need to go. Once that's done, I can start tacking in my new piece, just using the hammer to take it flush where needed, and then just work along that edge. So on this bottom edge, I'm just building that up with weld and shaping it with the grinder. Because this tailgate's so wavy-davy, I've built it up so I can grind it back, checking it with my steel rule to get a nice true edge along there. Once that's done, I grind back the rest of the welds, and that is job done. Right, we are all welded up. That actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. So all those holes in it, I've done them as well. The only thing is I can't grind them down fully because they're so indented there. There's just no point. It's going to get filled anyway. That one was all right, but yeah, same again there. You can kind of see how indented they are. But yeah, that's going to be a job for filler. So I think next is to have a look at this latch and see if we can get it working properly. So I thought maybe these cables have stretched, but I mean that looks all right, to be honest. I'm thinking it might be the arm on the actual handle. So I'm going to pop them out and we'll have a look. Right, it looks like that is worn. So yeah, very worn. I could build it up with weld. How long that's going to last, I don't know. So I think we're going to try and find another handle, maybe new cables as well. What I've done for the meantime is this little flat section. It pushes those arms out to unlock it. So I've bent that up a bit. We'll pop that in and see if that's actually made any difference. Right, if that's worked, I don't know. But let's try this tailgate on and see if we got any success. Moment of truth. Well, it closed better. It didn't work. Okay, back to the drawing board with that. We'll have another look and see if we can get that any better. Got the handle out again. I don't know if you can see on camera, if it will focus, that little indentation just on that section. There's another one on there. Now that's where it sits in that groove, like that, and it's worn. Because when this is on the tailgate, there's a lot of free play in that. So I am going to stick a bit of weld on that and then try it in again and see what happens. A little bit of weld either side. I'll get this back together and we'll see how that goes. This is fitting the tailgate take 2. I've also cleaned up the hinges a little bit. Got some of that 30-year-old grease and crap off them. And I'm going to put both on this time. Hinges are on. Closes. Gaps are still good. Come on, open, please. Okay. I think we've done it. Well, that's actually working really well. Another job done. Let's move on. Just another real quick job. Under here, there's a load of welds on the sill that I forgot to grind back. I won't bother filming it, so I'm going to quickly rattle that out and we'll move on. Right, I've cleaned back those welds. I also ran a couple of holes through the back panel for the number plate light wiring. Just little bits like that I've got to get done before it's painted. So that's all done. Days are ticking away. So next job, strip off all the front suspension, the arms and everything, and then we can seam seal both arches and get them raptored and the floor pans raptored. Right, that's both sides stripped, so we can now do our seam sealer and raptor. I did start cleaning that down. You can see there we're back to the kind of paint, but what I'm going to need to do for the raptor is just get the old wire wheel on the grinder and just give that a knock back. It's a bit too late. It's 9:15 at night, so I can't really do that. So, but in the meantime, we can do the seam sealer. So let's do that. Seam sealer is done. I've done underneath as well. I don't know if you can really see that, but that is done both sides and that arch as well. So although the seam sealer is done, the problem is I've got to wait for it to dry, and then we'll hit it with the raptor, and then I've got to wait for that to dry. Now with time ticking away, drying times are not good. I've got a few other bits I can crack on with, but for now we're waiting for this to dry.